It's time for Friday night football action. You're watching the End Zone, presented by the Dozier Law Firm. Here's your host, Bill Shanks.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the End Zone, brought to you by the Dozier Law Firm. I'm Bill Shanks from the Telegraph and Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon. Tonight, we've got action in the last week of the regular season in high school football. Later, we'll have games from Region 2 and Quad A, and our game of the week will be Tattnall and Mount DeSales. But we start in Macon, where Peach County came to play Southwest. It's been a rough year for first-year head coach Joe Dupree of the Patriots. His team 0-9 coming into tonight's game and had scored only 88 points the entire season. Meanwhile, the Trojans were hoping to recover from a tough 44-9 loss to Carver of Columbus last week. They have already locked down the second seed in the region and will host a playoff game next week in the Valley. But first, they had to finish out the regular season at Henderson Stadium. Here we go for our first highlights of the night. Peach County's first drive, they get to going early, ball on their own 34, handoff to Searcy, and watch this kid go. Very, very good play right here into Southwest territory, and he's going to knock on the door. 40, 35, 30, and 20. He's going to be knocked out of bounds here. The Patriots 7, a 57-yard run, and the Trojans are in business. Now the Peach County quarterback Greg Williams throws to his right, and it's caught by Sire Davis. Touchdown Trojans, and they were on the board early on. The PAT would be up and good for Peach County, and the scoreboard would read 7-0, the visitors out on top. Patriots now with the ball, and there's going to be a bad snap here, not handled very well by the quarterback Tyree White, and he's in trouble. It's going to be a loss of yards as that good Peach County defense goes to work. Now here is our five-star drive of the week. Peach gets it back, handoff to Keyshawn Lowe, and he gets the first down to the 43-yard line. Peach there on their own 45. Lowe again, a 9-yard run up the middle. Flags would back them up, and they would be on the Southwest 47. Williams then to Nicholas Searcy. How about a gain of 17 yards right there to the left side? And now on the Southwest 7-yard line, Williams, look at that pass right there. Wide open. Tyler Gibson scores, touchdown. 6 more points for the Trojans. They would come on and get the PAT and get it to 14-0. Southwest now on their own 20. Handoff to Sincere Watson, and he's going to be thrown for a 5-yard loss by Elijah Grant and a host of Trojans. Next play, Tyree White in trouble, and he's brought down by Scotty Gibson. And at the end of the first quarter, it'll be 14-0, Peach County out on top. Now, Peach with the ball again. Greg Williams will try to get things going again for Peach County. Rolls to his right, and he's going to hit McTavius Gibson, complete for about a 9-yard gain. Now on the Southwest 6, Williams hands off to Lowe, and he's going to dart right side. He's going to score in there for Peach County. It made it 21-0, and this was all Peach County. They win it 54-6. Peach finishes 7-3 overall, 5-1 in the region. Southwest finishes at 0-10. Now to Warner Robins as Northside trying to get back on track after losing to the Demons last week. They hosted Evans at McConnell Talbot Stadium. First quarter, Evans on their own 22. Marshall passes to Jacinta Grimes, who darts down the left side and picks up 20. He's pushed out of bounds at the 42. Now in Northside territory, the snap to Marshall. He keeps it up the middle. And watch this nice run to the 22, pickup of about 23 yards. Now in the second quarter, they change sides, and Marshall fakes the handoff, and he will keep it himself and get into the end zone. And the visitors were up on the Eagles by the score of 7-0. A little shock there. So Northside goes to work on their own 23. Glenn Smith gets the handoff and will take off all the way down to the Evans 36-yard line for a gain of about 41 yards. Great run there by Smith. Now a few plays later on the 25, Glenn Smith to Arlie Weber. Nice dump pass, and he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles, and that game was tied at 7. So Evans could not move it. They had to punt it away, and A.J. Booker is going to get it for the Eagles. And watch this. He's on a 40. He's going to spin around, go to his right. No, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to turn back around. I'm going to go to my left. And then I am going to take off 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's in there for the score. Eagles are up 14-7. They win at 35-13. They finish second in the region, 5A with a 9-1 record and a big win for Northside. We'll have some games from Region 2 and Quad A, plus our game of the week, all coming up right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone. The Drive of the Week is brought to you by 5-Star Automotive.
Welcome back to our broadcast. Now some games in Region 2 in Quad A. Rutland at Westside. Both of these teams playing very good football. Both were 6-3 coming in. Westside ahead of Rutland in the region standings with a 4-2 record, while the Hurricanes were 3-3. Rutland really needed this win to guarantee a spot in the playoffs. If not, they're going to have some help. And while Westside just needed a win to guarantee their third spot in that standings, let's get now to Ed DeFore Sports Complex for this action of this game. Here come the Seminoles and here come the Hurricanes. And the Seminoles would get going first. On the third play of the drive, West Field's quarterback, DeQuavius Walker, drops back in the bullet pass, picked off by Brandon Vaughn, and he's going to get kicked out of bounds right before he scores. 3-yard line, but that's okay. It didn't take Rutland long. Tamori Northcutt hands off Montez Cheney. He scoots in for the touchdown. The PAT would be up and good. And it was 7-0 Rutland out on top in this game early on. Westside gets it back now. Walker drops back, and he's going to go to work again from the shotgun. Calls his own number. He's going to run. He's going to scramble and take off for about a nice gain, change his direction. He gets about 15 yards right there for the Seminoles. Now on the Rutland 30, Walker, the Jakari Man. Watch this. Left side, and Man is going to score as he dives in there for the score. 6 points right there. PAT was up and good, and it was tied at 7 apiece. Here's the scoreboard right there. I told you. Next series, Northcutt, and he's going to go to work. Watch this pass. Kenneth Williams, end zone. Touchdown. What a great catch right there. That was 6 more points. The PAT would be blocked on this next play right here. Up and nope, not going to happen. That made it 13-7, Rutland out on top. Now Westside drove down the field and it didn't take long to score. Walker, shotgun, back, looking, and he's going to hand it off. Cedric Holling, and he's going to score. Touchdown from 5 yards out. The PAT would also be blocked. That game was tied at 13, but Westside would run away with it in the second half. 33-13 is the final. The Seminoles clinch that third seed, but Rutland does win the fourth seed in that region, and both will play on the road next week. We will have our game of the week, Tatnall and Mount DeSales, when we return right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone. The hit of the week is brought to you by JT Hanna Promotions.
Now it's time for our game of the week, Tatnall at Mount DeSales. The Trojans had won 16 in a row against the Cavaliers. Coming into this one, there's always a lot at stake in this game, and tonight, really no different. The winner gets a home playoff game in the first round. Both of these teams have lost to Stratford, who will be the top seed in Region 2 AAA. You know, Barney Hester always had a lot of success as Tatnall's coach against the Cavs. Could new head coach Clint Morgan continue that trend? Let's find out and head to Mike Garvin Stadium for the action. And here come the Cavaliers in their blue, and here come the Trojans wearing their road whites. First quarter now, Tatnall with it on third down. Here's the JT Hanna Promotions hit of the week. Lane Watson pitches it to Ahmad Barron, and boom, he's going to get hit right there. Carson Leatherwood, that forced a punt. Big hit right there. After a Mount DeSales punt, Tatnall with it again. Calvin Slaughter up the middle for a first down right there. Now next play, Watson around the left. He's going to get about 9 yards there for the Trojans as they are moving the ball. 3 plays later, they give it to Jonathan Ward. He's going to get in for the touchdown right there. The Trojans were on the board after the PAT. That made it 7-0. Second quarter now after another Cavalier punt. Tatnall with it again. Watson on the keeper of the middle for an 8-yard gain right there for the Trojans as they are moving it again. Third down now at the 5. Watson gives it to Ward. Watch him fight his way into the end zone for the score, and he's in there. Boom. And he scores, and it's 14-0 after the extra point. But back come the Cavaliers. Reed Ely finds Darius Wanham for the play right there, and watch that all the way down to the 47-yard line. Now 2 plays later, the pitch to Leatherwood. He's going to go, how about 52 yards? This is quite a run right here on that right side. He's going to scramble 20, 15, 10. He's going to get in there for the score. Got a 7-point ball game after that extra point. So how about an onside kick? Mount DeSales recovers it inside Tatnall territory, and they are in business right there. And they will go to the option game as they get the ball rolling. Ely pitches out to Will Jones, who's going to take it all the way to the 26-yard line for Tatnall, to the Tatnall 26. Then the Tatnall D would hold up. Ryan Murphy came on the 26-yard field goal. It was good, and right before halftime, it was 14-10. Tatnall out on front of Mount DeSales. Second half now, Cavaliers driving. 3rd and 11. Ely's pass complete to Wanham, but it's just short of the first down. 4th down now. Watch this. They're going for it on 4th down, and watch this pursuit by Ward. He brings Ely down for the sack. Great defense. The Cavaliers turn it over on downs, and Tatnall would pull away in the second half to win it by the score of 28-10. Big win for Tatnall. We'll take a peek at the scoreboard right after this. Don't forget to join me every weekday afternoon from 3 until 6 for the Bill Shanks Show on Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon and online at foxsports1670.com. Plus, listen to the morning show with Charles Olson and Daniel Shirley every weekday from 7 until 9 a.m. All right, let's take a look at that scoreboard for the last week of the regular season. Here we go with some interesting scores. Jones County 49-0 over Grovetown. Jones County's done. They finished 5-5 overall with a big win over the Warriors. Warner Robins is the region champs for Region 2 5A. 35-7 is the final score over Lakeside tonight. Mary Persons 34, West Lawrence 31. They finished second in the region to the Bulldogs, and they bounced back after that loss last week to Veterans. Pike County 36, Central 6. The Chargers finish at 1-9 under Jesse Hicks in his second season. Dodge County 4-6. This is the final. They have a shot at the playoffs. Not sure about if they're in there or not. They beat Swainsboro tonight 42-0. Dublin, with the win, gets the number 2 seed in Region 3 AA. They win tonight over Scriven County by the score of 20-0. Also, Bleckley County 35, Northeast 13. Bleckley County finishes second in the region, while Northeast finishes their regular season at 7-3. Lamar County all over Crawford County. No surprise here. The final score is 53-0. Also, Taylor County over Macon County tonight. That score is 7-0. And that means Taylor County will go to the playoffs for Region 4 in AA. Also, we've got Wilcox County over Telfair. Wilcox now 3-7 finishes their season. Also, Dooley over Schley 46-18. They are number 8 in the power rankings in A-ball. Hawkinsville 21-14 over Pacelli. Hawkinsville finishes 7-3 in the regular season. They are in the playoffs as well. FPD misses a PAT and loses 33-32 to Aquinas. A tough loss for FPD. Not sure if they're going to be in the playoffs or not. We'll have to wait and see. GMC over Twiggs 56-0. Also, Hancock loses to Lincoln County by the score of 44-14. Also tonight, we've got a couple of other scores. Stratford over Westminster by the score of 56-7. And Westfield beats Tift Area by the score of 49-26. Also, Veterans beats Baldwin tonight. I believe, guys, 38-20 was the final score of that game. So Veterans finishes strong, and Baldwin, I believe, does not go to the playoffs. So a big night of football. Before we leave, we want to wish good luck to Rachel Smith. For 85 shows, she has been the producer of this broadcast. She is being abducted by aliens after the show tonight. We'll never see her again. Good luck, Rachel. Thank you. That's our broadcast. We're back with more playoff action next week. For all of us at 41 NBC, I'm Bill Shanks. Good night.